Hi YT, it's Naya, and I wanted to come and show you guys some what's new in the drugstore. Now, if you happen to go into your local CVS, and I'm starting to slowly see these items crop up in Walgreens, then you will probably be running into all of the new by Maybelline. Now, Maybelline has released quite a few items, so definitely you will have your pick of the litter to decide which one of these items you would like to try. Maybe all of them, I don't know, but I am here to show you guys the items that I did pick up from the different collections. Now, they have a new lipstick collection, they have a new Fit Me foundation collection with the matching powders. They also have some primers, some new master concealers, new mascaras, and a graphic liner. So if you like to see any of these items, please stay tuned. Now, before I get started with that, I want to say welcome to everybody. Hopefully everybody is doing well. You guys are getting ready for the upcoming Christmas holiday. You've kind of gotten most of your shopping out of the way, or you're getting to that finite point where you're ready to be done and the new year already ready to start. All right, so these items that I'm going to show you can be found, like I said, in CVS, Harmon's, Christmas tree stores, and I think they are now starting to show up in your Walgreens. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is Maybelline has a new lipstick display, and this is the Color Sensational Rebel Bloom collection. Now, nowhere on any of the lipsticks do they say limited edition, so I'm assuming that all of these items will be added to the permanent collection. So this very first one that I want to show you guys is number 700, and it's called Barely Bloomed. And I'm not going to do lip swatches, but here is a Barely Bloomed. This is just a really pretty nude. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. This next one is number 705, and this one is called Blushing Bud. And Blushing Bud, I was about to say blood. Bud looks like this. It's kind of a pinky nude, and these will retail you for roughly about $5.49, no more than $6. And so here is a swatch of Blushing Bud. And this collection, I think, is a spin on like pinks and mauves and reds and a few little corals here or there. This next one is number 710, and this one is called Petal Pink. And here is a Petal Pink. And this one is more of like a bubblegum pink. This next one is number 715, and this one is called Hibiscus Pop. And here is Hibiscus Pop. And this is like more of a softer pink. So here is a swatch of Hibiscus Pop. And if you're not a very big pink lover, some of these you probably can skip because you probably feel like you may already have something close to that in your collection. But definitely, while you're in the store, take a good look at them before you make a decision on which ones you'd like to add to your collection. This next one is number 720, and this one is called Power Peony. And here is Power Peony. And here it is swatched on my hand. This next one is number 725, and it's called Lilac Flush. And as the name states, it's a lilac shade, and it looks like this. And here it is, swatched on my hand. This next one is number 730, and this one is called Orchid Ecstasy. And it is like a pretty kind of pinky purple. And there is it swatched on my hand. This next one is number 735, and this one is called Rose Rush. And Rose Rush looks like this. Kind of like an orangey red. And here it is, swatched out on my hand. This next one is number 740, and this one is called Coral Burst. And I want to say Maybelline already has a lipstick in their line with that same name, but pretty much as the name states, it's a pretty coral. And this one this one I believe is pretty much like the previous one, so this might have been one I could have passed on. So there is a swatch of Coral Burst. And this very last one is number 745, and this one is called Peach Poppy. And it's just a really pretty peach lipstick. Or kind of peachy nude. And there is a swatch of Peach Poppy. So just taking a look at these, I probably could have just gotten about like 3 or 4 of these, but I do love the Maybelline lipsticks, and I pretty much try to collect most of them. So like I said, definitely after this, hopefully you guys will have a better idea of the particular ones that you may want to try. So that is the Rebel Bloom collection. Then, like I said, Maybelline has now reformulated their Fit Me foundation, and so now you'll have the opportunity of getting the Fit Me foundation in a matte and poreless formula, and then a dewy and smooth formula. So if you like that dewy look, then you can go with the dewier foundation. And if you like the matte, definitely they have a matte version. So the deepest shade that they have in the matte and poreless is Coconut, and that is number 355. And I have not tried this. I will try it tomorrow, but let's give you a kind of quick little swatch of this. One thing that I wish when they reformulated it, that maybe they would have given us a pump. Still no pump, but with the original Fit Me foundation, I didn't have a problem with that. So it was one of those foundations you either liked it and it worked for you, or you didn't and it didn't work for you. And for me, it did work. So there is a swatch of 355. And for record, I am an NC50 in MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I can also wear NW43. So definitely, if you like the Fit Me foundation, definitely check that out. The foundation will retail you for $6.29. Alright, the next thing that they have, and this one has kind of been out a minute already, at least about a couple of weeks, and they brought out a new mascara, and this one is the Lash Sensational, and it comes in a package like this. And as you see, I have not opened it because I have tons of mascaras open, but I definitely will at some point open this up, give it a try, and let you guys know at a later date what I think about it. And then the next thing that I picked up is they have now brought out their own primers, and I didn't buy any of the primers. I think there's 3 different versions, a blur and illuminate and something else. I didn't get those, but I did decide to take a chance and pick up 2 of the concealers. And so they have the new Master Conceal Camouflage Concealers, and they come in a package like this. And the concealers will retail you for $6.99. Now, a lot of people fell in love with the concealers when the Fit Me first came out. Everybody kind of was using and in love with the number 30 Cafe, the Balm. It works really well. So I'm kind of hoping and keeping high hopes that this rivals that, if not better. So I picked up 2 shades, and in the concealers there's 5 shades total. So you have a fair, a light medium, medium, and then medium deep. So that's your range. So I picked up one of the mediums. So here is medium. And I picked up the darkest, which would be the medium deep. So basically I will use the medium deep for, you know, concealing, you know, blemishes and things like that, because this will probably be closer to my natural skin tone. And the medium I will attempt to use as a highlight. So let me give you a swatch. So first of all, it has one of those like little squeezy tubes. Okay. So there is, and that's a pretty thick swatch, and it feels a little thicker than the previous. So here's a swatch of medium. So definitely, you know, that will definitely be highlight material for me. And then let's give you guys a swatch of the medium dark, or medium deep. So here is medium, and then there is medium deep, and that's not too deep. So I will have to see if this really works out, but I will definitely give it a whirl tomorrow, try it out, and I will be uploading another video, so I will let you guys know how these products are working out and if they are worth you going out and spending your money on. And then the last thing that I really want to show you guys is they also brought out some new cream powdered eyeshadows, and the name of those are the Maybelline Color Molten eyeshadows, and these are by the Eye Studio. And there's like a total of 8 of them, and they're like these duo eyeshadows. And I picked up a couple. I have 5, I think. So I'm going to quickly run through those. So this first one is called Nude Rush. So here is Nude Rush. So basically you kind of get a really pretty peach and like a mid-tone brown. And there they are, swatched on my fingers. And here they are, swatched out on my hand. This next one is number 302, and this one is called Endless Mocha. And there is Endless Mocha. And here they are, swatched on my fingers. And here they are, swatched on my arm. And thus far, I can tell you that they look very, very pigmented in the pan. But those finger swatches, they look fairly pigmented, but when I go to swatch them on my arm, but this is with no base, mind you, they come off a little sheer to me. This next one is number 305, and this is called Plum Fusion. And here is Plum Fusion. So you have like this grayish silver on one side and this kind of deepened plum shade over here. They're very soft, kind of silky, has that creamy feel to them. So there are those two shades. And there they are, swatched out on my arm. And as you can see, when I showed you the finger swatches, it looks like they're going to be like majorly pigmented, but when I lay them down, they're pretty light. So you may have to build these up or use a really great base when applying these. This next one is number 306, and this one is called Rose Haze. And it looks like this, kind of pink and then an eggplant shade over here. And there they are, swatched on my fingers. And here they are, swatched out on my arm. And then the very last one that I have is number 307, and this is called Teal Twist. Just a really pretty teal shade here, and this pretty kind of champagne-y gold. And there they are, swatched on my finger. And I'll put those right there. And then there they are, swatched out on my arm. So, I mean, overall, thus far, from just my initial finger swatches of these, they look okay. They probably will work better when applied to the lid and applied over top of a wonderful base. So like I said, all of these things, I am just kind of giving you that initial impression of them, but I will work with all of these tomorrow and then come back and do a video so that you guys can see just how these products hold up, how they applied, and everything. And then the last thing that I picked up from Maybelline, they also brought out one of these Maybelline graphic, master graphic eyeliners, and it has that like slanted in. And as you see, I haven't opened this, so have high hopes for these markers, kind of like a felt tip marker. If you're in store looking for one, maybe you want to give this one a try. Alright guys, so that was all the new Maybelline items that I picked up. Definitely, if any of these things piques your interest, definitely check out your local CVS, Walgreens, and if you have a Harmon's or Christmas tree store in your area, definitely check out those spots. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.